don't have insurance, and you just pay with cash, and then you get reimbursed later. And we got almost it was about $530-$40 back off of that 600 plus bill. So when you look at it, it was way better than a deal you could ever get with insurance. Insurance would never even come close to touching that. We would have just paid that $600 and had to lump it, in addition to paying the premiums each month.
Sure.
And those go to nameless, bureaucrats and red tape artists and lawyers. It doesn't go to individual people. And I think that's a big, that's what makes me, okay with sending the money in. I really feel good about, hey, I know exactly who I'm sending it to. I know what the problem was. Yeah. And I'm helping out my fellow man. And one other thing, I did a video last night. It went up. It's got about 30,000 views now. And just talking about these alternatives to Obamacare, these health sharing ministries. The one I'm in, Samaritan, and I think MediShare both have a minister requirement where they want a minister to look over your report, sign a yearly agreement. You guys don't actually have that same requirement. Talk about that and how that's a little different from the other programs that are out there.
Yeah, we believe that we're just trying to complement and round out the whole field of healthcare sharing ministries. We're not in direct competition with anybody. We just want to say, hey, we're another healthcare sharing ministry, and if you work with us or you want to work with another one, we're totally fine with that. We don't have a requirement where we're asking you to have a pastor or a minister or a rabbi or anybody sign off on a statement of faith or saying that you are attending church regularly. We're people that say, listen, as Christians, this is a Christian-based organization, but as Christians, we feel that it is very true of the Bible and what Jesus said, that we are to be salt and light and help to the world, not just the Christian community. And so we want to invite as many people as possible who want to be a part of our healthcare sharing ministry. We do have a set shared beliefs, and if you can agree with those, then we were meant for each other. We're happy to work with you. So where we have some differences, that's one of them. And so we're glad to be a part of the healthcare sharing movement, but we are folks that, from a Christian standpoint, say we want to be open to everybody.
Yeah, well, there was a few comments from, I guess, we do have a pretty big atheist crowd because we're a libertarian organization, very self-starter. Okay. And so they were getting on saying, you have to go to church to get your health care? That's ridiculous. And they didn't take the time to watch the whole report, I guess, but sure. You guys were the last one that I mentioned, and you don't have that option. And I think that's great. I think each group should be able to set its own rules and say, these are the members we want to have in our group, and these are the members we don't want to have in our group.
Rob, you're right.
And I mean, that's part of freedom. People who don't want to believe in a certain way, if all the atheists want to get together and form their own health sharing group, they're more than welcome to. But unfortunately, they had to be in existence before December 31st, 1999 in order to get out of that Obamacare fee. And that's a big sticking point for a lot of people. Anything new coming along, which all these ideas are great, these other co-ops that I've seen out there, but you have to have been in existence, since 1999 in effect to get that waiver for the Obamacare fees. Is there anything else you want to add at the end of this? We've talked a lot about your company. You guys have three different share options available. And, maybe a parting shot at the health insurance industry in general. Like the reason it's not going to change until we start taking away its power, which is taking away its money, essentially.
Well, we essentially are a grassroots organization. We are, again, a group of people who, we're not asking for permission. We're not saying, can we share medical costs with each other? We're doing it. We're doing it because it's the right thing to do. Is it cheaper than other forms of insurance and healthcare? Sure, we're an alternative. But cheap healthcare is not the reason why we're here. It's good to be able to control your own healthcare decisions, but that's not why we're here. And we're not here specifically for medical cost sharing. That's not the be-all, end-all for us. For us, it is a matter of conscience to say, I am my own person, I am an individual, I have the right to direct my own health care, I have the right to pay for the things that I want to pay for and not be forced to pay things I don't want to. We're going to direct our own health care free from the dictates of government, and we're going to do those things that are the right thing to do, that are directed by our conscience and our faith. And so that's why we exist. There are items that are good, and there are things that are good about medical cost sharing, but those good things support the real reason why we are here. There's a reason why we're called Liberty, and it's because we are individuals exercising our free right to maintain, control, and direct our own health care and be of help to those individuals who want to do the exact same thing. We're endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights, and we are claiming those rights, and we're sharing medical expenses based on those rights.
That is very well said. It sounds like you prepared that speech. That was very eloquent. And
it was off the top of my head.
Well, I tell you, it rings true. I mean, liberty is a foundational principle of this country. And people who want to join a giant bureaucracy or have socialism, move to France, move to Sweden, see how great it's going there, see how their economies are doing. And, get out of America and let us have our freedom. That's all I ask. And I totally agree with what you guys are doing. I'm really on board with this health sharing thing. I just found out about it. It was last October when we joined. And as soon as I heard about it, we were looking at about it for the whole family. It was going to be about $850 a month. And then we were going to have a $10,000 deductible on it for one of the health care plans we were looking at. And I just couldn't stomach that. I could not stomach sending over $8,000 a year to an organization that was then going to deny me health care, at least deny it in the way of reimbursements and paying it back and being able to use it in a timely manner and in the way that I wanted to use it. There were so many controls, and you guys are offering freedom. You're promoting it well, and I just see big things. You guys are having a massive growth right now. I would suspect. Is that correct?
So month over month, we're hitting some record numbers.
Yeah.
And we're pleased to be available for people, and we're happy to be an alternative to folks who want to break free from the systems.
There you go. Well, we appreciate what you're doing out there, Matthew Bellis with libertyhealthshare.org. You can find out all the information there at libertyhealthshare.org. And we'll probably have a check-in with you in a couple months or so, see how things are going. And I definitely send me an email in a few days. Let me know if you hit a bump from the InfoWars audience, because people were definitely hungry from this information. And I think you're going to see a lot of growth, and you guys and the other healthcare ministries out there, because it is a positive program and it's something that we need to see more of in this country.
Well, Rob, thank you so much for helping us spread the word. We appreciate it. As a nonprofit, we don't have huge marketing budgets, so things like this definitely help get the word out.
Great. Well, you take care and have a good day.
Thank you, Rob. Have a good day.
So there are health sharing options for everyone out there. I encourage you to go back and check out the video, 3 Easy Ways to Avoid Obamacare. I list the links to the 3 health sharing ministries. You should check them out and see which one is going to fit best for your budget. And we appreciate them for being out there and offering alternatives to Obamacare. And that's it for our show tonight. I'm your host, Rob Dew. Thanks for joining us. If you're watching this on YouTube, please consider becoming a member of PrisonPlanet.tv. Right now, we're running our biggest special ever, $29.95 per year. Plus, you can share your username and password with up to 20 people. You can share it with more, but only 20 of you at a time can get on and sign in and watch everything live. Thank you for your support. Please consider becoming a member. And that's our show for tonight. Please join us tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central.
I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. I believe our research is conclusive. This is the best iodine out there. And I know this for a fact. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen.
For a limited time, experience the ancient power of Survival Shield X2. Take advantage of this unprecedented 30% off Super Detox Special at InfoWarsLife.com.
You are watching the InfoWars Nightly News, which airs 7 p.m. Central at InfoWarsNews.com. Members can share their passcodes with up to 11 other people, and your support is helping us defend liberty worldwide.